Thank you, Father. I'm sorry, I'll speak in the beginning of Mass because today at St. Clemens we're going to have one of the new auxiliary bishops, so that's why I need to be there. So I moved here 3 years ago because Father Hugo, the founder of our organization, sent me, my family, my wife and 2 kids, and a Peruvian priest, Father Rocker, here in the United States to work with the young people and try to support the mission that we have in Brazil, Peru, Ecuador, and Bolivia. So last summer we traveled with a group of Americans, young adults. And so when we come back, we decide to support the mission collecting food. So we are collecting food in the 2 different schools and the different churches. When I spoke with Father Diascanis, we decided with St. Philip to collect money because it's something that you already did in the past. So your money will be, we can buy food if we don't have enough to fill the container, or we will send the money to support the mission and they will buy food in Peru. So the idea is like, every day during Lent, just remind the poor people around the world. I was born and raised in Italy, so I have a nice life. When I went to Peru the first time, I was 21 years old. And for me, it was really a big change in my life, because for the first time, I realized that there were people around the world that they have to worry about what I'm gonna eat today. Something that I never happened in my life. As a kid, as a teenager, I was complaining about cell phones, computers, laptops, and stuff like that. And then I realized that it wasn't quite good to do it. So we need to be thankful for what we have, because we have a lot. And that's especially it's important for teenagers and kids. Be thankful for what we have, and we need to learn to share a little bit. Because we have a lot, and I realize that we are few in the world. I've been in Peru, but most of the country around the world, so they have to struggle with poverty. So basically in the mission, we have schools where we train people, young people, and so we give them a good education. They can learn a skill. When they end the high school, they can stay in their village, close to their family. They can have an option to the immigration, so a nice job in their country, and they can earn enough to provide for themselves and their family. So thank you so much for your support, and we'll see in the future. Thank you.
So Matteo is from the area near Florence in Tuscany, where they have some of the best wine in the world and the best chocolate candy in the world. So yeah, he was pretty spoiled growing up there. And then he went to Peru and he saw how deprived. The support goes directly to Catholic parishes in Peru to support them. So Matteo went as a young 20-year-old man to Peru, and it changed his life. And he became a full-time missionary. One of the young men that was served in Peru in one of these parishes growing up, a little boy who was inspired by these missionaries and trained by these missionaries, eventually felt called to become a priest. So he became a priest for the missionary order, and then they sent him to Lansdowne. Father Roger Brito, Father Roher, who's now part of the team, me, Father Isaac, and Father Roher, is our new clergy team, along with Deacon Ed, Deacon Bob, and Deacon Carlos at St. Clement. So you kind of see God moving from one place to the next to the next. One of the skills they train the people in Peru is to do wood carving, but of the highest quality, furniture and sacred art. And it's very possible that this missionary order in Peru will carve our new altar and our new pulpit for our church renovation. That's our hope. So we're going to be benefiting each other. It'll be a mutual benefit between us and this missionary order. So we're very excited to have a personal connection to this great work that connects us to the church in Peru. So we'll be hearing more about that as the weeks go by.